So we learned about data science concepts and its life cycle. So I'll just give you complete yeah, one by one. So we'll start with machine learning. Also, I think we have covered, but again, I will repeat it. And see, the machine learning is not something new as you think. Okay, the machine can be learned by using linear algebra components and also applied mathematics, which means statistical learning. So which means what exactly happens? We use data to make the system understand by applying linear algebra, statistics, and human learning knowledge, and embed that entire concepts into a program to find out the patterns in the given data. Machine learning helps us to find patterns by using statistics and mathematics and human reasoning skills to find out the hidden patterns in the data. It can be done through supervised way, unsupervised way, and reinforcement. So in machine learning, technically you will see only two types of learning. And reinforcement is the third one, which is completely automated process of supervised and unsupervised machine learning. Let's learn about supervised machine learning. Well, when you are solving the business data problems, how you solve it? Either you predict their future, which means predict their sales value, or you predict their sales probabilities. You said like Mr. Raja is going to buy or purchase 3,000 rupees products in my shop in the next month. Then I also ask you, that's fine, I get it. He's going to spend 3,000 and you are saying 80% of accuracy or 90% accuracy. I'm 19% accurate that he's going to spend 3,000 in your shop. So that's fine. Also help me understand, this is classification part. So what you have done is predicting the numerical value of the business. But I just wanted to know the classification part. How much you are sure? You said like 90% probability he'll buy. But can you give me the probability score? What is the probable chances of that this guy will spend 90% guaranteed 3,000 rupees in my store? Well, that's when I do the calculation. So I do two things. First, I predict a value. If my business problem is to predicting a next month sale or next month electricity bill, next month your internet bill, DTH bill, whatever it is. If my aim is to predict a numerical value or stock market price, then I would be doing regression. Then if my aim is to predict the probabilities, should I give him a loan if my target outcome is binary or multi-class? So which means more than two classes of outcomes. So if it is a response, yes or no, whether the customer fall to default or not, whether customer will churn or not, which means they'll stay or leave. So what is the probability that this particular customer is going to leave the company services? If I get to know the real probability score of that particular customer, then I would be reaching him. If it is like only 20% of chances to retain the customer, then I cannot do anything with him. If there is 50% chances, then why would I leave him? I will cover up my mistakes. This is how we run the business. And you have to run the business 365 days. If you want to run your business 365 days, then you have to do business with less mistakes. So Supervised learning, which means a target is fixed and we have to understand each and every data points along with their variables to achieve the target. It is like your day-to-day task in your job, man. How I can achieve the today's task without a fail? What are the metrics that I'll be using? What are the column values that I can use? So this is what supervised machine learning. Unsupervised machine learning, which means either we group things, similar things, or we separate it. So when you are grouping similar things means clustering analysis. When you are separating things means dimensionality detection. What exactly we're doing here? We have learned this concept from British people. Divide and rule. So if two customers sharing the common interest, then group them and send them the promotions together. Once I group them, then I can apply either classification or prediction. So it's more of like your mom and dad gives you toys, where your bag of toys can be grouped into, when similar toys will be grouped into one group. That is called clustering analysis. And dimensionality detection, what exactly we do? We find out those dimensions are nothing but rows. In a given data set and in a given column, we find out those transactional values which really gives high significance towards my business, and others can be removed. So we will remove unnecessary transactions. Redundant information will be removed and unimportant values will be removed. This is what unsupervised machine learning. What is reinforcement learning? The best example is, again, you can take your mom and dad. Like if your mom and come and ask you, can you go and get me the bag? What if you don't answer them, or you say no? You'll be getting a punishment. What if you get it? Then your mother or father can cherish that moment and give you a token of appreciation, which means a chocolate, a kiss, taking you to a ride, taking you to a movie or something, feeling pride about that moment. Reinforcement learning. What are the best applications that I can do? I mean, what exactly I do in here? It's a mix of unsupervised to supervised process. First, I do unsupervised. Both the process of learnings will be automated in reinforcement learning. By automating unsupervised supervised machine learning, I will automate that complete learning process into a program which can be my chatbot, my robot, my game application, and learning the skill, repeating the tasks, especially real-time decisions, especially social networks, YouTube recommendations, Amazon recommendations, dynamically throwing them recommendations. Best example, self-driving cars. So complete autonomous behavior will be generated in the name of reinforcement learning. Well, that's all about machine learning, and don't worry about it. So we will be dealing with complete algorithms in the later sessions. Before we jump onto machine learning, first we need to understand the statistical concepts. Then only we can jump onto machine learning concept. We need to understand statistical concept, data processing, data manipulation techniques, and missing values outliers treatment. All this to be cleaned first before we jump onto machine learning. I will give you complete details once we start the machine learning concepts. Even greater detail about all these types of learnings. No worries about it. For time being, we are just introducing concepts to ourselves. We'll keep it that way. So moving on to the next,